Hi. Hey, Space Cadet. Are you lost? Let's see. Definitely not the middle. I would never. I've heard that saying, cause like you're spacing out, Space Cadet. Yeah. I mean, I said hi is useless before, but only when you're talking to people you already know. Like, you know them really well. I think, like, hi is useless, but this is a new person I'm meeting, so I'm gonna say hi. With a start, he jumped to his feet, his hands balling into fists at his sides. He didn't say anything, just stared at you in a strange way. He'd been crying. There were traces of tears on his cheeks and his knees, soaking the hem of his shorts, and his eyes were still shining with a few more. Well, for a free game, this is beautiful. You'd obviously caught him off guard. His pink cast seemed to glow in the twilight, though when he caught you staring at it, he hid his arms behind his back. Something the man earlier had said stuck out to you. Cove? Eyes wide, he studied you. Should I put on a voice for my younger self? How'd you know that? Oh my god. I just sound like Bowser Jr. How'd you know that? You touched the money in your pocket, feeling it crinkle beneath your fingertips. I met your dad. I'm no all-knowing. Lucky guess. I'm a really, like, straightforward type of person. But I feel like I wasn't that way when I was a kid, if I think about it. I feel like as a kid I would joke about this. But now me would be like, I met your dad. Just straightforward. So we can joke about that. I can say I'm all-knowing. That's a lie. Tell the truth. Okay, your dad told me who you were.
Oh.
So, is this your hill? He gestured with his uninjured arm to the patch of grass surrounding you, his face falling at the prospect. I can leave if it is. Yep, you can't own a hill. You shook your head. Yeah, I'd say you can't own a hill, kid. Why not? How could you? You just do. I had a hill back home. Well, this still isn't mine. Oh. He sat back down with a thump, resting his chin on his knees again. Curious about the strange new boy with the odd dad, you sat on the patch of grass next to him. The pure white flowers that covered this hill rocked back and forth gently. As the stars twinkled above, the way they dotted the sky made them seem like flowers, too. The night wind was cool as it traveled over the ocean and up the hill, chasing away the heat from the afternoon sun. Why are you here? Why'd your family move? Well, I didn't mention his dad earlier, so I don't want to say why'd your family move. I mean, I guess I did joke about being all-knowing. I feel like it's better to be personable, you know. Why are you here? A quiet hiccup escaped Cove as soon as you asked the question. Almost like they never stopped, his tears started up again with a vengeance. Oh. Is he sad about moving? I know exactly how that feels. My parents, they don't want to live together with me. Oh no, this is different. This is so, I don't know this feeling. They don't want to live together with me. Wait. Oh wait. He thinks it's his fault. Oh, okay. I was worried that they were like just literally like abandoning their kid, but it's like we met the dad. We know he's not. The tears fell fast and heavy over his flushed cheeks, sticking in his dark lashes. My mom made my dad leave, and he took me with him, and now we have a house here, and I want to go home. The outburst took you off guard. By the time he was done wailing, Cove's chest was heavy with exhaustion. He sniffled and removed his glasses, wiping at his eyes with the back of his hand before he put them back on again. I hate this place. I want my real life back. I want my mom. I'm sorry, your dad seems kind of nice. You'll like it here, you just have to get used to it. I mean, because my character has lived here forever, they probably really like it here, so I'd say you'll like it here. You just have to get used to it. He slipped his hands underneath his glasses and pressed his fingers against his eyelids. Cove wound himself up again for another long crying fit. Sunset Bird was a nice place to live. It had a beach, playgrounds, a good school. At least you thought so. How would a kid know a good school is important? Like, I get from their perspective, maybe it's like, oh, I like school, I have friends there. But like, that sounds like something an adult would say. Be like, yeah, there's good schools here. But from way off in the distance, you heard your parents. Z.
Cove?
Kids, where'd you go? Cove looked at you, tears still clinging to his cheeks. Don't tell them we're here. I don't want to go. Oh. Can I make him say that again? Nah, I can't. Whatever. Oh shoot, I didn't mean to. You can handle it. You have to go. Don't worry so much. Sorry, I have to. It'll be okay. I wish there was an option where it was like, yeah, let's just not say anything. Because I feel like as a kid I would have been like, okay, yeah, sure. I don't know why. Don't worry so much. You can handle it. It'll be okay. I probably, as a kid, now I would probably be like, it'll be okay. But probably as a kid I would say, you have to go. Even if it isn't fair, he's your dad. You stood up, dusting your pants off. If he says you gotta go home, you gotta. Sorry. Slowly Cove stood up with you, still looking a little reluctant. His sad voice rang out again. Cove, can you hear me? He looked toward the sound of his dad's voice, silent, then turned away while rubbing his not bandaged arm. I still don't want to go. You called out yourself. You waited silently with him. You tried to convince him. See, there's the option. You waited silently with him. Yeah, I get it. You do? Before you can answer, you heard Cove's dad even closer than before. There you are, bud. The trio of parents appeared over the curve of the hill. Instantly, all their eyes landed on you, and they rushed over. Those are my moms! Oh, they're so beautiful! That caught me off guard. How are they so beautiful? Both your moms were at your side in a split second, faces filled before you. They didn't have to go so hard on the looks there. They're just moms. Is that just a which mother is that? Honestly, you can't just put mom. You gotta have like mom 1 or mom 2 or their names at least. Z, you're here after all. Mom and mom. That's the difference they put. I mean, like, I'll be honest, even as a kid, I would call my parents mommy and daddy. Never grew out of the habit. Still do it to this day. Nothing wrong with that. I just never got the thing where it was like, you got to like a certain age, people just instantly change. I never got that. I was like, wow, I'm so used to it. How can you change? We had been at the park to check for Cove and then heard what happened earlier when you met the new neighbor. I thought you might have gone off further away. No, we were just sitting in the grass. Why is everyone acting like this is such a big thing? We're okay, don't worry. Cove didn't want to go home just yet. Kids are so brutally honest. So I'd probably say Cove didn't want to go home just yet. Mommy gave Cove a small smile, and then she turned back to you. Thank God you're both fine. Were you two having fun out here? You looked over at Cove, who was wiggling against his dad's tight hug and pushing at his arms. You shrugged. Yes, I like him. He's good. I think I've never said anything like that as a child, but I've heard people say that stuff. I mean, I'm literally going, so I guess I'll go with that answer. You didn't think that was the right word to describe it, but weren't sure what else to say to your moms. Finally, letting go of his scowling son, Cove's dad turned to the three of you.
That's a relief.
Thanks very much for finding him. I really don't know this neighborhood. Good thing Z knows this whole area so well. Absolutely. We should be getting home now. It's been a long day for us all. Say goodbye, Cove. The two of them walked off into the darkness, heading toward the neighborhood. You watched Cove's bright pink cast until it disappears. Tell you what, we'll have a proper playdate tomorrow, okay? Your new friend's dad wanted to bring him by to see you and Lizzie. How does that sound? Sure, can I show my stuff? It sounds like work. You nodded, ducking your head down. I'd probably do the first choice. Sure, can I show him my stuff?
Of course.
Then okay. With your mom's laugh, the sounds overlapping into a warm, familiar chorus, Mommy put her arm around your shoulder and led you toward the path. Satisfied and more than a little ready to go to bed after your long, exciting day, you followed them home. I still don't know which mom, who's mom and who's mommy. How am I supposed to choose your feelings for Cove? This is how you feel towards Cove for the step. It can change in later steps. Let's see. My feelings for Cove. I'd probably say relaxed, sure. And at this point, probably indifferent or fond. I guess it's good that I chose this hair actually, because I feel like that's what I looked like as a kid. Maybe I should have gave myself shorter hair. But it's definitely not crush. However, I love this lock. Yeah, that was. I'll say indifferent. Ready. Begin step 1 at relaxed indifference. You won't be able to change it again until step 2. Yes. Early the next morning, you were poking at your food, eating it slowly. Your sister Lizzie had run out earlier to go play, but you stayed put. Today, just like your moms had promised, Cove was coming over to hang out. Excited to see your new friend again, Z? Maybe we can become friends.
Okay.
What they said. Are you done with your breakfast? Yeah, haha, I don't know, am I? Your bowl was entirely empty, so you nodded. I'd probably just say, yeah. With all the exasperation an 8-year-old can muster, you looked at your empty cereal bowl, then at Mom.
Okay.
Attitude, kid. We see. Good job. He should be here soon. Cleanup began, and then on cue, there was a knock. It was hesitant, like the person wasn't sure they were in the right place. Still loud, though. We need to get a more obvious doorbell. I know. See, could you get it? Because Mom said so, you wandered over to the door. That's such a kid thing to think. Hey, Storm family. Thanks for having us. Mr. Holden, as your moms have called him, and his son were here. Cove looked different in the bright lighting of your living room and when he wasn't crying. With his dad standing in front of him and Mom and Mommy behind you, you and Cove looked at each other. You studied Cove apathetically. Whoa, this kid got some vocabulary. This was the parents' plan, not yours. Not seemingly any more excited than you were, he just stared back. Do you want to go play in your room, Z? Sure. Come on, it's upstairs.
Okay. Take care.
Let us know if you need anything, you two. Have fun, kids.
See you.
See you later, son. Play nice. Whoa, my room looks cool. I probably said this before in videos, but I love rooms where you can literally see the roof slanting and stuff. You led him to your room, puffing out your chest a little bit at the sight of your treasures. There were a lot of stuffed animals, a cool bed, a window to look out. It was a great room. You hadn't had anyone to show it to you in a while, but you were really proud of it. He leaned in a little closer to one of your drawings on the wall. I like this. Me too, I drew that. Thank you. I don't. I feel like a kid would just say, I don't. They're not there. Kids will, even as you grow older, artists will always, if they're good, have imposter syndrome. Maybe even they're bad. Even as a child, I remember being overly critical of stuff I would make as a kid. I don't. I drew it, but it's not very good. I think it is. You smiled slightly at him, even if it wasn't work. You were pleased with it. Pleased with. Even if it wasn't work you were pleased with, it was polite of him to say so. He turned to look around the room a little more, setting the books on your desk and the picture on the walls. You started to feel a bit nervous. You felt the atmosphere was kind of awkward. You were glad for the company. You hoped he liked your room. I remember having those awkward, play dates as a kid when you first met someone. I remember all the time, because I grew up Jewish, so I went to synagogue a lot, And like a lot of times, I don't know why this would happen, but like a kid would literally, or like a family would go up to my mom and be like, can she come over like afterwards? And it would happen so often, but I would be so quick to agree. And then there would always be that awkward atmosphere, but I feel like even though there was always that awkward atmosphere, it was like I always grew past that and we just had fun. I don't know why that always happened.